Like, yeah, we forgive you and all this other shit. We don't talk about what happened. And now you're trying to like make it seem like something really happened, something really was going on. First of all, that's all TV.
Imagine being behind bars, unable to make headlines with your music, but still managing to stir up chaos in your personal life. That's exactly what Blueface has been doing, even from prison. But it's not just the usual drama we're used to hearing about. This time, it's a deeper issue that has the internet buzzing. There's an ongoing CPS investigation into allegations of child endangerment. And if you thought Blueface's past controversies were wild, wait until you hear what's happening now. This story is packed with shocking twists, family drama, and some seriously questionable decisions that have left fans asking
about the news that we got today from the trailer of the two sisters, and my opinion is as follows. They were kids.
What's really going on with Blueface and his family? Let's break it down, because this one's a ride. Blueface behind bars, continuing the chaos. Even behind bars, Blueface seems to be making waves. Most people might think that being in jail would put an end to his public feuds and antics, but not for Blueface. From inside his cell, he's managed to escalate tensions and stir the pot like no one else. Recently, Blueface made headlines again, not for music or new projects, but for allegedly filing a report with Child Protective Services, CPS, accusing his baby mama, Chrisean, of neglecting their child.
Probably 7, 12, maybe 7, 13, I don't know. It's unfortunate.
And it doesn't stop there. The allegations have escalated to a full-blown investigation. According to reports, Blueface believes that Chrisean's actions during her pregnancy are directly responsible for their son, Junior's disability. He's claimed she smoked and drank during her pregnancy, even right before going into labor. And he's not just making accusations, he's putting it all out there for everyone to see. From social media posts to statements made directly to the press, it's an explosive claim that's already turning heads. But here's where it gets messy. Chrisean, of course, has denied all of Blueface's claims. She's fired back, defending herself in public.
So long story short, that my aunt tried to make me in the garage and get in the house. I guess she gave word to the uncles and aunts, which I ain't know, but now I know, because I'm older, I'm smarter, I'm more wiser.
Saying everything is fine with Junior, and it's only people who don't know the full story that are pointing fingers. The drama between Chrisean and Blueface. Let's take a moment to dive into the ongoing saga between Blueface and Chrisean. For those who have been following their relationship, it's been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. From public fights to online rants, the drama seems to never end. Blueface and Chrisean have been on and off for years, but the toxicity of their relationship has always been clear. Every time things seem to settle down, something new happens that stirs everything back up.
Remember when I was 7? You made me eat your...
You said what? I'm done talking. You're going to fucking jail. Defamation of character.
And that's exactly what happened when Chrisean went public about her new relationship. It wasn't even a month after Chrisean went public with her new man that Blueface was already in full-on attack mode. Why? Because it's no secret that Blueface hates when Chrisean moves on with someone else. He's made that clear multiple times in the past. His jealousy seems to know no bounds. What makes this even worse is that in the middle of this new drama, Blueface reportedly dragged their son Junior into the argument. And that's where things start getting even more concerning.
Due to the circumstances in which some of us have come from as children, we're lucky to even be here.
Blueface's rejection of fatherhood. When Chrisean first announced her pregnancy, things immediately got chaotic. Blueface didn't exactly handle the news in the way most would expect a father to. In fact, shortly after she made the announcement, Blueface took to social media to deny being the father. That's right, he flat out rejected Junior before the baby was even born. In a tweet that shocked fans, Blueface stated that he and Chrisean were done, and he had no plans to be involved in her pregnancy or the child's life.
Ask her about when she wanted to play house. Who did what? No, because she acting like ain't really trying to touch me. Like, we don't like each other because our childhood, bro. Don't bring Don't be making up.
He even went so far as to say that Chrisean had been with other men and that the baby was probably not his. Now, this wasn't just a one-off comment. Blueface continued to publicly deny his paternity, even after Chrisean took a DNA test to prove that he was the father. When the results came back, Blueface was forced to eat his words. The test confirmed he was indeed the father, but instead of softening up or showing any remorse, Blueface doubled down on his negativity. Instead of stepping up, he started pressuring Chrisean to end the pregnancy, but she didn't back down.
Just because when I realized when I got older, she didn't really to when we was kids. She was a fast individual, bro.
Chrisean stood her ground, refusing to let him dictate her decisions, and Blueface toxic behavior and manipulation. This brings us to one of the most disturbing aspects of Blueface's actions. Instead of trying to be a better partner or father, he continued to manipulate the situation, making Chrisean feel like she was trapped with no way out. The level of toxicity in their relationship reached new heights when Blueface allegedly sent messages telling Chrisean that he would always be a cheater and that having a child would trap her. It was a clear attempt to control her, emotionally and mentally.
If we'll be honest, I forgave you, Latifah, for a lot. Still forgive you. Just keep my name.
And just when we thought it couldn't get worse, Blueface took things to a whole new level. In a series of posts on social media, he boldly declared that he didn't want the baby and had no plans to support the child financially. He said that Chrisean still had time to end the pregnancy, urging her to get rid of the baby before it was too late. His blatant disregard for fatherhood and responsibility was shocking, to say the least. But even after Junior was born, things didn't improve. Blueface continued to reject his fatherly role.
We're grateful to even be here. We took a couple wrong turns. I mean, we were damn near parentless.
Making wild statements about the paternity and claiming that he didn't think Junior was really his child. Chrisean's public defenses and growing denial. Now, throughout all of this chaos, Chrisean has taken to social media to defend her actions. In one of her more public moments, she went live on Instagram, trying to convince her followers that everything was fine with Junior. She even went as far as to claim that Junior was developing normally, despite mounting concerns from fans who noticed that something wasn't right. Videos surfaced showing Junior unable to track movement or make eye contact with people, which raised more red flags. Despite these signs, Chrisean refused to acknowledge the concerns, vehemently defending herself against anyone who dared to question her parenting. She even went so far as to say that her son was perfectly fine and that people had no right to judge her or her child. In one particularly heated moment, she snapped at fans who pointed out her child's condition, claiming that they didn't know anything about God or her child. This denial only fueled more concern from fans and led them to wonder, is Chrisean truly in denial about the severity of Junior's health issues, Junior's developmental issues, and fans' concerns? As Junior got older, the concerns only continued to grow. Fans started noticing that he wasn't meeting typical developmental milestones. He was not walking by his first birthday, and some even speculated that he might have trouble seeing or interacting with people in a typical way. The internet was flooded with questions, and fans began speculating about what might really be going on. At Junior's first birthday party, fans couldn't help but notice that he couldn't stand on his own or even walk. Chrisean tried to downplay this by propping him up on her legs and pretending he could stand, but fans weren't fooled. The photos and videos spoke for themselves. Despite Chrisean's efforts to brush it off, it became clear that something was off. Friends and family step in, a disturbing reality. Things took a darker turn when Chrisean's former friend, Janet, came forward with more alarming claims. Janet revealed that she had tried to get Junior the help he needed, but Chrisean allegedly shut down any suggestions for intervention. This was a crucial turning point. It became evident that Chrisean was not only ignoring the growing concerns about her child's health, but was also actively preventing others from helping. The situation was no longer just about a complicated relationship between two people. It had turned into something much more concerning. It wasn't just friends who were speaking out. Even Blueface's mother, Carissa, chimed in. claiming that Chrisean's actions were the direct cause of Junior's developmental issues. With so many people in Junior's life now calling attention to the situation, the public's concern only grew. Fans, friends, and family were all beginning to point fingers, but Chrisean continued to deny the severity of the situation, refusing to accept responsibility. So what happens next in this chaotic saga? Will Chrisean finally face the consequences of her actions, or will this just be another chapter in the never-ending drama? Junior's future is uncertain, and with the CPS investigation underway, the stakes couldn't be higher. What do you think about this whole situation? Is Blueface truly concerned about his son? Or is this just more manipulation? And is Chrisean in denial? Or is there something more going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next update on this shocking case. We'll keep you posted as new details unfold.